Hello and welcome to Dario's Tabletop, and today I show you my first contact, my first game with the Song of Ice and Fire tabletop game, and why I enjoyed it, why I got into it, and yeah, let me show you around and share with you some experiences I made. And let's start at the beginning. Or wait, I will talk a bit. So let's look at some cool minis. Really pretty dice. Like the Greyjoy dice are just amazing. So let's stop at this picture. This is a pretty picture. So, yeah, I'm into tabletop. You're into tabletop, and so we play systems. And we're always looking for systems that suits our needs. So I started with probably 40k fantasy. And then last year I went into bold action and I love that game. There will be a lot of bold action content covered on this channel. But from time to time, something popped up and people told me, go check out the well, let me close this. They said go check out the A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop. You might like it. And I ignored it. I ignored it for a very long time. And rightfully so, because I have a lot of fantasy armies and I got a bunch of stuff. Like I got already enough. I don't need any more. But it kept popping and creeping up, and I played a lot of 40k with my buddy Alex, who owns these miniatures. And wait a second, we played 40k. Then we played bold action, and he said, "Man," and then we played for a month ago a bold action where he kind of crushed me. And after that game, I told him, okay, maybe I need some a, a, a pause from 40k. And he said, okay, then that's the perfect timing that I show you one of my favorite games. And that's where we got into this. And so on a Tuesday, we met up and we both had time, and he brought everything he owned. And this guy's crazy. I think he owns every box from the Greyjoy set and every box from the Stark set. He got it all. And I think he was an original backer. And let me show you my experiences and also what I like and what I don't like, and why I was so impressed with this game. So first of all, this is the artworks on the box. And you get this beautiful fish and bear and a bear and a song of ice and fire beautifully, and then you get these guys here. And pretty much from the first moment that you take a look at these boxes. I mean, look at this. You see this? Can you sense my hands touching over these boxes? I mean, just the feeling of it was amazing. So from the get-go, I'm intrigued. I'm okay. What is this? The presentation is good. The artwork is good. It's not as shitty as the artwork GW puts out in the past, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, like really lackluster stuff. No, this is not that. This is like good artwork. They care and they make big beautiful boxes. Well, Games Workshop also does big beautiful boxes. But, and that's the next but. My friend Alex and myself too, like everybody wants to get into the hobby fast and cheap. And he says, one of these boxes, you get the whole army, not the whole army, not the full range, but you get a whole army, 40 points. You can play if you want. You don't need to buy anything else. Or here you buy the 2-player starter set. It comes with the Starks and the Lannisters, 40 points on each side. And if you want, you can stop there. And this was like for 80 euros, 100 euros, so around $100 plus or minus. Okay, and this around 120, 150, and then who knows, maybe somebody bought it and is about to sell it on eBay. So you can get into the hobby cheap. And so, as you can see, I guess these are his Umber Berserkers. You get dice in a box, you get minis in a box. You don't have to paint them up. They all come in a different color, as you will see. The Greyjoy come in a color like this, and we'll see, I think, the Starks in a gray. And you get all the stuff you need. And I was kind of intrigued. It looked cool. It looked okay. Then he explained to me the tactics boards, like there's this tactics boards and you have a certain numbers of units and they will get an alternate activation. You go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go, until you don't have any more units. And then I finish up all my activations and I move a unit and then they can fight and like that. But it's alternating activations, and you can also put non-combat units, NCUs, on these boards here, and you will heal a wound or heal up a couple of wounds, draw a couple of tactic cards, make a free attack, a free maneuver, or let the enemy make a morale check. So the minis are already assembled. I think Alex did this because the minis do not bend, but yeah, well, it can happen. So we tried to paint them up, and as you can see, there are not monopose, but there is the same pose 3 times. And I don't know, I think you get 2 regiments of the swordsman, so then you get the heroes. I think this is Caitlin Stark, and this is, I don't know, Robb Stark. And here's some of the, it's not Greyjoy Umber, but Umber Berserkers. And again, dice, you get 1d3 dice. And here comes the Greyjoy, again, beautifully. What I also loved about it is that it comes pre-packaged, and you can put them back in the package, and you can just transport it like this. Like here you got your trays, here you got your minis, painted or not painted. And as you can see right here, it's called SIF, SIF. So let's please call it SIF because ASO irgendwas, it's just too long. Let's just make it SIF. I know there are a lot of videos, but let's call it from now on SIF. It's way faster. And so you got these Greyjoys, and I don't know what these guys are called, but they look good. They look good. And I like that you get the dice and that there are pretty cool dice. I mean, it's a D6. They're pretty. They come with the box, and you don't need to buy a new one. So it comes also, I call this now War Scrolls from my time in Age of Sigmar, but it's pretty clear. You get your Ironborn Reavers. They have movement of 5. They have a melee attack. Sometimes here is a ranged attack. They hit on a 4+. And when they are full, I think a regiment are 15 wounds. And when they are fully stacked, it's 7 attacks, 6 attacks, 4 attacks. So they get weaker. Some units can get stronger. Then you have a 5+ armor save, because like these are Vikings who storm the beaches. Ironborn Reavers, and a 7+ morale, I think is okay, but not that great. But again, these are kind of pirates. They want to loot. Then they have Sundering, and yeah, the more they pillage, the more tokens they get, the happier they get. After completing a melee attack for each enemy rank that was destroyed, this unit gets a pillage token. So you put a pillage token on your unit on the table, and I think they gain 1 morale and then they gain another bonus, but we'll see. Here are the minis, a close up. They're really good sculpts, and the plastic is really good. rather hard and sturdy. Here, the bowmen are really beautiful, um, like real cool miniatures. Like, and he didn't even play this. And here are the reavers. Again, I think, yeah, you're seeing, okay, I got 6 of the same, but I think that these go in one tray and these go in another, so you have 2 units. And once you start painting these, nobody will care. Or, yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, it's good enough. And here, I think this is, I would say, a Stark unit, so you can see the quality of the mold. Here are the House Tully cavalry painted. They go into this tray. Here you get the app. It's called the War Council, but you also got cards, but sometimes cards get updated. And here you can see all of Alex's boxes, and he has them all. And I think, well, the tastes are different, definitely. Like what one person likes, the other person doesn't have to like. But that I mean, he's pretty all in on 40K, and pretty dedicated and a good player. But he says that this is kind of like his most favorite game. So I'm kind of okay. Maybe there's something to this game if he owns a lot of this stuff. And then I got the Starks, I got the Tully Cavalry. I think this is great. John Umber and his Umber Berserkers. Yeah, the Stark come in this greenish gray, pretty beautiful. Again, you don't have to paint the minis. You can just buy and play them. No, these are the Umber Berserkers now. And here, this is the units I will play. We're just playing 30 points, just an introductory game. These are, I think, the silenced men who have no tongue. And here are the reavers. I'm pretty impressed by the minis. And here you can take a look. I mean, you have seen before that the monopose, like this guy exists 3 to 6 times, and he stands here, and he stands here, and he stands here, and this guy 1, 2, 3, and this guy again. But once you put him in the tray, in the movement tray, like, doesn't really matter that you only get 3 models and they're monopose. It looks like a real beautiful unit. And here also, like, check this out. This is the same pose as this guy, as this guy, as this guy, as this guy. And here, this guy is the same pose, I think, but doesn't really matter. Just seems to be a regiment of reavers. And it's beautiful. And here you can see that he has played a bit with it. And here are the non-combat units. And yeah, what else? I don't know. This guy was pretty strong. And here you can see like one enemy unit. Like you can activate here and you can heal up to 3 wounds, make the enemy unit make a morale check on a -1, draw 2 tactics cards, and put 1 debuff on an enemy unit, make a friendly unit make a free attack action, and make a unit of yours make a free maneuver action. So pretty cool. You can influence with the politics boards the battle. Beautiful units. Like, I don't know what kind of unit this is, but again, the sculpts, pretty impressed. I mean, um, pretty impressed. I kind of like them. And I also do like them for the price. And yeah, that's the board. Unfortunately, we didn't have a playmat with us. Usually we would play at our local play store. But yeah, as you can see, like, this is the board. We have a swamp in the middle, and then a wall here, and another wall here. We have objective marker. There's the wall. I didn't understand everything at this point, but I was just taking a look at the game. So I think he starts the game. He draws 2 cards. As you can see here, this the round counter, beautiful, like we're round 1. One of his Reavers, or these are the Silent Men, I think because of this guy, get a pillage token, so they are already buffed. Then you can see here the Stark measuring tape and the Greyjoy, and you can see from the well-lovedness here on the sides how many games he already played with the Starks, and it looks amazing. We're kind of maneuvering. I think this is not good because I get flanked by the Greyjoy Reavers, or I don't know what they are, and so we're just throwing dice, taking wounds, getting into the game. I think something like this wouldn't happen in a normal game, but he just wanted to show me like charging in the front, charging in the side, in the flank, charging in the rear. And he kind of showed me the way of the game. Here are the guys that are already dead. His guys, um, his guys, um, and yeah, we played, we talked a lot. We went to grab some food and ate. And the really final battle was like his Reaver Standard Bearer versus Greyjoy Umber, and these guys were alive. And these guys killed each other because Greyjoy Umber can, I don't know, somehow give himself some wounds and give the enemy wounds. But his drowned men were the last living unit on the table, and I guess he scored a lot more points, and that was it. And then he packaged his minis, and I was a big fan of the dice. And yeah, I think I was I hadn't really tasted how the game plays, but I was pretty much hooked by the whole presentations and the feel of the game. So yeah, see us in the next video.